And we'll start standing. And just feeling in the body, sort of bouncing a little bit. I mean, I'm noticing just in walking around, just those same kind of stiff joints that Jess was talking about. So a little bit of a bounce, turning from side to side, letting your head move with the shoulders. And then just feeling how is the body here, sort of letting your weight go from one foot to the other. And noticing as well, just the balancing here. And then coming to stillness and moving the hips in big circles. So in one direction and then the other, letting your knees be a little bit soft. So most of the movement is in the hips and the low back, but some in the knees. And especially, more in the knees if your back is feeling kind of stiff. And just letting your body adjust as it feels right. Stretching one arm overhead at an angle, and then the other way, sort of slowly, just one side and then the other, sort of leaning into it. So feeling the arm stretch, but feeling the stretch all the way down the side of the body. Once again on each side. And again, trying to stay in the upright plane. So if you find that you're leaning forward, coming back, imagining again that you're standing up against a wall and doing this. Letting your head move in circles. So slowly, not going as far as you can. Going in the other direction, just feeling here again, these small muscles, these small joints. Coming to neutral and then bringing the chin toward the chest. And back up. And once again, bringing the chin toward the chest. You might even feel this stretch continuing partly down the spinal cord, looking up, doing a little bit of a stretch in the front of the neck. And then doing shoulder rolls, one shoulder and then the other. Back rolls. Kind of exaggerating this a little bit, leaning into this. And then in the other direction, and again, when we lean into it, you can feel that a lot of the stretch that you feel is in the side of the rib cage. So coming to stillness, and now both shoulders at the same time, doing back shoulder rolls. And here, you'll feel now the motion in the shoulders. So feeling some stretching, either collarbones, going in the other direction, stretching by the shoulder blades. Just that whole movement of the upper arm and the whole shoulder girdle. And bringing one arm in front of you and letting it come toward the back, the other arm in front, sort of twisting the body a little bit. Once again, on either side, arm in front, but letting the body twist. On the other side. Great. Opening the wrist, the hands, moving the hands, the arms. Just loosening up these joints, loosening up the joints in the hands and your fingers. And then picking up one heel Running your foot in circles in one direction and then the other, and feeling this, feeling the little bones in the foot, the ankle moving around some, doing the other side. So many of these little joints, little muscles down here at the bottoms of our legs are so critical for balancing. Going in the other direction. And then taking a wide stance. And just bending one leg and then the other. You can feel these big muscles in the legs sort of warming up. And again, just get a sense of how are these joints moving. And then coming to stillness and bending forward a little, and now moving your body in a big circle. So before we've moved the hips, here moving the shoulders, so the hips are going to sort of move with it. One direction and then the other. And then just bending forward. A slight forward bend, maybe so that the back feels like it's sort of parallel to the floor. And then bending the knees, straightening the legs. So we're just coming down for the small squat, straightening the legs, still bend forward a little bit. Coming back upright. Walking the feet back together. And just feeling through the body, just noticing how the body feels right now. Maybe it's warming up a little bit, loosening up. I'm going to sit down and do exercises on the abs to tighten them. You can do this sitting, standing, whatever you'd want. So pulling the belly button back. Belly button back and up. And I can feel that, sort of in the center, muscles around the belly button, but also a whole band around the pelvis. I can feel the muscles at the low back tightening up as well. It becomes clear why pulling my belly button back will help to protect my back, because it's helping to tighten up those muscles, keeping everything else relaxed. So your shoulders are relaxed, your face is relaxed. And just pulling that belly button back as far as you can. And then relaxing that. When you relax it, you can even feel some warmth in that area as the muscles relax. And once again, pulling the belly button back and up. And conscientiously letting your face be relaxed, and your shoulders and your hands. Just feeling the stomach tightening. And letting go. Letting go of that. And then with your hands on your legs, pushing your shoulders toward your legs, pushing them away. You're going to feel the muscles in your upper arms engage, and the muscles in the front of your stomach. Really feel those stomach muscles. It's often easier to feel the muscles tightening in the shoulder. But feel those stomach muscles, the front part of the belly. And let go. Straightening up. And then we'll put one hand on the opposite knee and do the same thing. Pushing the shoulder at an angle as you're pushing it away. And you'll feel the stomach muscles more on the side of the body. the obliques. And again, letting the rest of the body be relaxed and letting go. Straightening up on the other side. And letting the muscles that are working work and letting the others be relaxed, sort of relaxing into the effort of this move or non-move. We're moving the muscles. And letting go, taking a breath, raising hands overhead. And just turning a little bit. And we're stretching out a little bit the muscles that we've just tightened. We don't want to stretch them all the way back out. So, all right. And we are ready to rock and roll. I'll turn you over to Jess.
Okay, boss.
Okay, boss. All right, let's get warmer. Start with your feet and palms together. We're just going to open up wide and step to the side, eyes to the front. Sink into it a little bit with your knees and hips. About 10 more seconds. So this should be getting your heart rate up nicely. 3, 2, 1, shake it out. How about a little addition to our lunge complex? So give yourself enough space to go front, back, side, side. And we're just going to do some upper body stuff with it. Usually we just have them out to the side for balance. But you guys are so good, I'm going to push you. Okay, so don't use weights yet. We're still using body weights. How about when we step to the front, we curl our arms up. When we go out to the side, we lift our arms out to the side, back to center. And when we go back, push back. So you've seen all these done with weights before. This time it's just going to be part of the warm up without weights. So push back. When you step back, straight arms, come back to center. Switch legs. Find your groove. Might take a turn or two to get used to the new ones. I'm going to go through one more time each leg. Keep the shoulders above the hips the best you can. Help save the knees. Eyes to the front. Core tight. Last one for me. Good. All right, let's do our hinge. And I got a different one for instead of the swim. Have your elbows up, fingers behind the ears if you can, if it's safe with your shoulders. I still want the butt to go back. Then turn your elbow up, a lot like our T raises when we do the planks. But really concentrate on pulling the belly button in. When you come back to center, stand up nice and tall. So butt goes back, elbow up, breathe out. Big breath in. Other side, breathe out. Back to middle, stand up nice and tall. So going at your own pace. I'm going to go ahead and face you this time. You don't have to go low. You don't have to fold yourself in half. Just be mindful of how everything feels in your posterior muscles. Your hamstrings, your glutes, your back muscles, shoulder. I want to get one more time each side. And then come up nice and slow. That felt good. Okay, arms out to the side. We're going to kick and turn. So lifting the foot off the floor. Turning your head with your shoulders and hands. So you're watching that back hand go behind you. Again, sinking in with your knees and your hips. You don't have to go into a full squat. but I want you to practice absorbing your body weight, not being stiff-legged. About 10 more seconds. Maybe challenge yourself and lift your foot a little bit higher, like it's the core going really good, your lower abs. 2, last one. Good. Let's do a little jump rope, talking about balance. So I don't want you to catch any air, but just imagine you have the handles of the jump rope here, one foot, other foot. Just find your groove. We don't all have to look the same. Whatever you're comfortable with now, this one is a good one to practice at home in the safety of your home. How about 5 more seconds? 3, 2, 1. Throw the rope down. How about our hurdles? We haven't done those in a while. So that's a great hip opener. You start with a high knee, step over, bring the other leg out to the side, step over. So imagine, and you can even do this for practice in the safety of your home, step over, next leg. So you're using your core, your inner thigh muscles, your glutes. Keep your eyes up, chest out, shoulders back, belly button in. You know the drill. 5, 4, 3, 2, and finish up on your last one. Stand up nice and tall. Those big muscles in your legs and glutes will get you out of breath because they need more oxygen to fuel them. So you should be feeling like this. So take a big breath in with your nose. Reset yourself for the next moves. I'm going to try a warrior stretch. We've done this in the past. And I got a chair next to me for balance. And what I'm going to do is lift one foot up off the ground behind me. You don't have to go far. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then reach out to the front. So nothing extreme. The goal is to have the heel up behind you and your arms out in front of you. It might be a little wobbly for a while, but the key to it is feeling grounded with your feet. Dig that big toe into the ground, put the weight on your heel, squeeze your glutes and bring in your core, tighten your core, and breathe. And it should all be falling into place for you down the line. I'm going to do one more each leg. This is a pretty good confidence booster, right? When you start out not so great at something and then master it after practice, it feels good. Butt kickers, push pulls, and then we'll go to planks and bands. So elbows go back, push the arms forward, heel to the butt. Great one for posture, right? We're slumped over at our desk, sitting in our cars, sitting on the couch watching Netflix. So open it up. This is a good one also to stretch your abs. So if you had a pretty hard workout in core-wise, you can stretch your arms, legs, chest, and back all together with this one. Also balance, coordination. 3, 2, 1. All right. We'll do our sit to stands when we do the band. So let's go to that, okay? We'll focus on the legs while the legs are hot. Sitting on the edge of the chair. Everybody take a second to get your bands. No rush. I don't mean to sound rushed. Just waiting for Friday, so hurry up. Get this day going. So you want your feet about shoulder width apart, arms in an L shape, so it's bent at the elbows. You guys know what to do. Lean forward, press through, stand up tall. Keep your arms bent. Go back at your own control, nice and slow. Push up, lower yourself slowly. Power up, lower yourself slowly. We don't all have to go at the same pace, but I do want there to be a slight difference between your up and your down. Keep your eyes to the front, chest out, shoulders back, belly in. 5 seconds. On the last one, stay seated. And we'll do our chest, our leg press. So let me show you from this angle. Sit up nice and tall, grabbing the ends, foot's in the middle. Pull it real tight. You might have to keep your hands next to your rib cage. Press out, slowly back in. Again, press out for 1, 2, 3. Make sure you're breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch legs. Knee close to the chest, as close as you can. Press out. Sit up nice and tall. A common mistake is leaning forward too much to do this. Don't worry about how hard your leg goes. You're just starting it out. It's fine to be nice and low, whatever you feel comfortable with. 3, 2, push it out, bring it back in slow, and down. We can stay seated for our shoulder stuff just because of the length of some of our bands. Stepping on one side. Let's punch the sky. So we want our elbows tucked in, squeezing the pencil, hands close to home, right up. Back down slow, punch up, back down slow. An alternative for that, if your shoulder's funky, is going straight out to the front, seated or standing. Just keep it nice and safe if your shoulder's yelling at you. Couple more, and then I'm gonna switch. Good. Same thing, other side. The good thing about bands is they come in different resistances also. So you can start out light and progress just like you would a dumbbell. I just bought a set at Walmart, I think, for 22-ish. A band of three bands with handles. Couple more, and it's great. It's great just for a warm up, a burn, a strength, a cool down, all that good stuff. All right, so we did legs, shoulder. How about hamstrings? We'll get the back of the legs here. So pull it nice and tight. One foot staggered behind the other, not in line with, but staggered. Your weight's going to be on your big toe in the front and the heel of your front. Hips go back, back stays straight. So you just want to feel this all through the back of your legs, from the ankles up to the hip. Keep your eyes neutral. So obviously when you're bending forward, try not to look at the screen and crank your neck up like this. Over time, it will affect you in your spine. I'm going to get one more after this one. And up. That's a great stretch. Especially those with tight hamstrings, right? That's a big cause of low back problems. Your back knee is going to naturally bend. Let that happen. One more after this. Come up slow. Let's get our low back. We'll do our low row. How about that? So we're on the edge of the chair. Our foot is out. You can use 2 feet if you want. It doesn't matter. I got one foot out. My arms start out straight. And then I'm going to bring it in close to my rib cage, my elbows. Then I'm going to go out wide with my elbows. We've done this with dumbbells before. You know how we do close, narrow, and wide. So you can do the same thing here. I'm just giving our legs a break by sitting in the chair. Don't want to burn out before class even starts. And this just gets hit, it hits different areas of your back and incorporates your biceps. One more each direction. Close, back out slow, wide, bring it down slow. Planks. Ooh, I'm running behind. Planks. Let's do our bird dog. So a nice strong plank. Let's see, can you see me? Papa, can you see me? All right. Let's start out with our bird dog. So I'm going to probably go from the hardest to the easiest ones. One leg goes back and the opposite arm goes up. A little hold, bring down slow and control. Squeeze, hold, lower. Good. This is great for core. You know your core is getting strong when your hips don't rock all over the place. You're being mindful of that. I'm going to get this last side. Good. Stay in your plank position and then roll up to the T-raise. Similar to our warm-up. Remember when we did it, elbows up and then fingertips behind the ears? This is just a progression of that. We're extending our arm fully, fingertips to the sky. We're also getting our hips and shoulders involved, being held steady by our almighty core. Squeeze your thighs also. Pull your kneecap up and hold your thighs tight. Last one for me. I'll let you guys finish and then walk it in. So that was a good minute just on our shoulders, okay? So be proud of yourselves. Even if you just did most of it or whatever, it's great. Each week get 1% better. How about that? Let's do donkey kick fire hydrant. One leg's bent, heel goes up and back, knee goes out to the side. Staying on the same leg, we'll switch in about 5. Try to keep your butt in line with your ankles and your shoulders. Great to do in a mirror. Switch legs, please. Then you can see if you're sinking or not, or piking up. Correct form is really important on these because look how much it involves your spine. If you get this wrong, it's going to hurt. That's why we build up to it, right? We've been doing this for well over a year. And you guys have been rocking it. 3, 2, 1. Good. As we get easier, let's just do the opposite shoulder taps, then we'll get into the workout, okay? So staying nice and strong, shoulders over wrists as best you can. Still thinking about that core and let that carry through to the rest of the class. This feeling right here in your belly and your low back, that stability. 3, 2, 1, lock it in. Go ahead and grab a drinky drink. Get your light dumbbells, water bottles, whatever you got. We're going to be supersetting for the most part, that and cardio, kind of mixing it up a little bit. But I'm going to be using more than one size, usually a heavy, light, and medium. And for the first one, we're going to do our power move. So I'm going to go heavy for this, but I'm probably going to be doing less repetitions. We're still going to shoot for the 20 seconds. But I'm going to do it more slow and controlled. You'll see in a second. We've done this in the past. I'm not going to do a full squat, but I'm going to pop my hips and knees in a power move to get my shoulder, to get my arms straight over my head, using my shoulder. So it's mostly cores and hip. If you get the bottom part right, the top will follow. About 10 seconds. Obviously, if you're going lighter, you feel comfortable, go with more repetitions. Last one for me. Good. I'm going to go ahead and switch arms, shake it out. So butt goes out, down, push it up. Notice I'm better on one side than the other today. That's what mindfulness is about. 5 seconds. I'm gonna let you guys finish. I'm gonna get some lighter ones, just some 10-pounders, and we'll do our L raises. We haven't done these in a while. Let me get a little closer. It's just an upper body one. I still want my feet about shoulder width apart. One arm goes to the front, other to the side. Perfect. Let it down slow. Drive it up. Let it down slow. Good. Five, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. I'm going to use the same weight for these. You need 2 of them. And it's going to be hamstrings and mostly chest. Okay, so I got my weights with my palms facing you forward. My hips are going to go back just like we did in the warm-up, but then I'm going to converge my hands with the weights in it right in front about my chin, no higher than the nose, okay? We don't want to make this too much of a shoulder exercise. So isolating the chest and the hamstrings. Pull in that belly button, especially if you got weights in your hand. You're going to feel it kick in right here, right when you bring yourself up and grab those weights in front of you. You're going to need your core for that. 5, 4, 3, 2. I'll let you finish. Good. We can use a light weight for this. Some people just like to use body weight. I'm going to use a lighter weight, go down from the side and chop it up. So diagonal chops. Watch, let your eyes follow your hands up across your ear. Little dip in the knees, power through the hips, dig through the toes. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Give yourself a second. Imagine what you want your body to do. Dip. Pop up like a golf swing. Keep your eyes on your weight or your hands. 3, 2, 1. Good. That got me out of breath. So notice that. If you're a little dizzy or something going on with your balance from all the up and down, side to side stuff, give yourself a second to recover. We're going to sit in the chair next. Give our legs a break. And we'll do our Russian twists with a chest press. So edge of the chair. Keep the weight on your chest. Tuck in that pencil in your armpit. Watch your hands go side to side with the weight in it. When you get to the center, press out. Not up, but out. No higher than your chin. So again, you're isolating your chest muscle, not so much your shoulders. And of course, your abs, the size of your abs, your obliques. I'm leaning back just a little to get more of my lower abs involved. One more time through. Good. Go ahead and stand up. You don't need any weights for this one. It's cardio. High marches. So get the knees going, then swing your arms naturally. Maybe a little higher to get the shoulders and the chest a little stretched out. Think about your posture. Think about walking tall and feeling good. Breathing. Good. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. Last 5 seconds. 2, 1. Go ahead, shake it out. I'm going to stay with the same weights. I'm good with those. I'm good with the blue today, the 15 pounds. We're going to go forward with a lunge and a bicep curl. So have your arms straight down by your sides, palms facing me, feet are sort of together. Take a big step forward, bending the back leg. So let me show you this way. While curling up. Feet back together in the center, switch legs. Stick those elbows into your ribs. Don't worry about how low you go. I'd rather you worry about looking forward, keeping your back safe by stacking it underneath your shoulders, your hips and shoulders in alignment. Power up through your big toe. 10 more seconds. Last one. Nice. To add to the outer breathness, let's go right into our skiers. So here's our cardio, then we'll take a little break to recover. So our feet are together, step out, center. Step other side, center. Eyes up. So from here, it looks like down, up, down, up. So find your groove, sink into it. Going down Mount Lemon. 10. 3, 2, 1. Good. I am gonna, let's see. I'm gonna go lighter on this one. So catch your breath, ready yourself for the next strength exercise. It's going to be a back row with a tricep extension. So we're going to be in a hinged position for both of these in a combination. So watch me first. I'm going to hinge at my hips. My arms are just kind of dangling in front of me. Pull my elbows back. Now straighten the arms out. Definitely feel that core kicking in. Nice and tense. Keep the weights close to your side. The more you stray out like this, the more pressure you're going to put on your shoulder. So tuck it right up to your ribs or hip area. Go nice and slow. I'd rather you do a few right than a ton of them that'll hurt yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze down. Let's do our cardio now. Very similar to our modified jacks. We're going to have our palms together in the center, step out and sort of make an X with your arms and legs opposites. Really bring those arms, try to get them back behind you to stretch your chest and shoulders out good while squeezing your shoulder blades together to strengthen them. A nice little challenge is what I do is kind of walk myself around the room, not just stay in one place. And it really gives me a little more confidence in where I step. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was round 1. Everybody good? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Marianne. All right, so you've seen it, you've done it. Now you can teach it. Now, all right, let's go to the back to the top. You can get a little drink of water, catch your breath, grab your bearings. We'll do the push press, right? We'll do our little squat and press overhead. followed by the L raises. So just a mental picture of what's going to be suggested to you. I'm going heavier on this one. So think about your footing, okay, nice and wide. Since you want all your power from here, get wide, set yourself up for success. A little dip and press up overhead. Even get on your tippy toes. Once you get strong enough to do that, lift your heels up off the ground. You'll find yourself progressing a lot more with endurance and strength. 5 more seconds, we'll switch arms. Bring it back down. Safely switch arms. Tippy toes. Good. Tippy toes. Eyes up. Shoulders back. About 5 more seconds. I'm going to knock out a couple more. I always feel better the second round. That muscle memory, right? We're going to follow that with our shoulder raises, right? The L-shaped one. Still, I want you to have a nice wide base of support in your stance and your foot, front and side. Slowly lower, switch. Keep your neck nice and long. I find that my shoulders often shrug up to my ears when I'm trying to muscle up weight. Either go lighter or be more conscious of getting those shoulders off your ears. That really isolates the shoulder muscle. 5, 4, 3, 2, get it up there. 1. Shake it out. Let's stretch those buggers. So I love this one for the deltoid, for the shoulder muscle. Catch your breath. Pull your arm. Glide it up and down. Wiggle your fingers. Take this time to recover and help your body. You don't have to pound weights one after another for an hour. Switch arms. Wiggle, wiggle. Okay, we're going to get our hinge and our chest flies for the next one. So I'm going to go a little bit lighter. So our butt's going to go back, and then our arms are going to go into the front. So my palms are facing you. I'm going to hinge, stand up nice and tall, then bring my hands together in an upside down V shape. That was about halfway. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Go lighter or no weights for the next one. We'll do our diagonal chops. If you're going to do them without weights, remember the palms go together, your feet are nice and wide. Dip down to one side low and end up high on the other side. Keep going. You do want that hinge of the hips. You want the weight on your heels, not your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, safely switch hands and directions. Eyes up. Now watch it go down. Follow it. Bend those knees. Push through your toe. About 10 seconds. 3, 2, power it up. Good. Let's do a little yoga flow for a nice all over stretch. Okay, we'll start in a high plank. Take a deep breath. Bring your hips down and back. Weights on your heels. Drop your shoulders in your head. Take another breath. When you're ready, push yourself up back into a high plank. Take a breath. Lower your hips, breathe out. Shoulders go back. Eyes go slightly up. One more time on your own pace. Oh, that feels awesome. When you're ready, go ahead and lock it in. We're good on time still. We're almost done. Let's have a seat and do our chest press Russian twists. You can certainly do these with 2 weights in your hands. Just because these have weird handles, you can always do 2 light weights, go side, middle, and then press out, just like we do with any other chest press. So feel free to do that, adjust that. I just went lighter because of the type of weight I'm lifting. Keep it close to your chest. Rest it right there on your heart. And think of Jessie. Pulling that belly button like nobody's business. 10 seconds. Just roll with it. Let your eyes follow your hands. Let's finish up on here. Finish your sides. Power out your front. Sit up nice and strong. And go into our high march. Let's keep this intensity up. We're almost done. The final stretch. Good. Power that knee up. Drive it up. A little higher than last time. Swing those arms back a little further. Good. You can even have some light weights if you want. 10, 5, 2, 1. Woo! Good job. Couple more left. Couple more pairs of exercises. If you need to go lighter, I don't want you to compromise form just because you want to lift heavy like somebody else. So if you need to go lighter, go ahead and get the form right. My feet are together. My palms are facing out. I'm going to step and curl. Push myself back up. Step and curl. Big toe. Keep your shoulders over your hips. Coming up on halfway. Good job. Eyes up, chest out, shoulders back, belly button in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do one last one together. Good. Okay. Feet are together. We're going to go side to side in it like a skier. Step out, middle, out, middle, out. Eyes on me. Yep. Good. Sink into it. Good. You're all warmed up. Why not? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 2. I'm going to go super light on this one. It's going to be the row and then the tricep extension. Get your shoulders off your ears, Jessie. Hinge. Row. Push out. Go back down and in the same way you came up. Good. Feet nice and wide. Super wide base of support, okay? Your back is in my hands right now. So just follow my direction. 10 seconds. Finish strong. Ugh. Last one for me. All right. Let's finish up with our X jacks. So a modified jumping jack, feet together, palms together, and we're going to make an X with our arms. Almost done. This is sort of a good stretch for chest and shoulders. I know we didn't do a hold of 10 seconds like we sometimes do in between strength. That's why I put exercises like this to simulate it. And then we'll totally cool down with Terry. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hopefully have time for bad jokes. Please, please, please.
All right, keep moving around, keep walking around a little bit. You want to keep moving these big muscles. Letting your breath slow down. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Out through pursed lips. If it feels like you're still trying to sort of catch your breath, maybe letting your hands come together behind you or somewhere in that near vicinity and just pulsing them back a little. So we're getting a stretch in the forward part of the shoulders. You can see Jessie is doing this similar kind of move using the wall or using any piece of furniture. Just bringing your arms behind and in front. Again, just to sort of stretch these muscles in the different ways that they can go. Continuing to move around. We'll coming back to use the chair. And coming into this posture that we did with Jess during that yoga flow. So letting your hips come back, bending your knees, and then just kind of pulsing your legs. So bending the knees, straightening them. You'll feel that stretching in the low back. Sometimes depending upon sort of where you feel it in the back, maybe round your back and then kind of stretch it. So just stretching all along the back while it's rounded. Now coming back to a regular plank and going through that, just letting the back slightly arch, looking up a little bit. And once again, bringing the hips back. The head down, pressing your hands into the back of the chair. So pressing the hands down, feeling the muscles in the shoulders, and continuing to press down as you straighten up and walk forward. Straightening up and walking forward, pressing down. That it can be very soothing to shoulders that I've just worked hard. Coming to a seated position and just picking up one knee. So picking up the knee in front, sort of moving it a little bit side to side. You can do this standing as well. So we're just stretching out the gluteal muscles. There's little muscles in the hips, doing the other side. Knee up and then moving that. And extending one leg in front of you with the heel on the floor and bending toward it. Just until you feel the stretch in the back of your leg. You're not trying to fold in half, just stretching out some of these large muscles in the back of the leg. Doing the other foot. Stretching it out in front of you, bending forward a little bit. And coming back Just coming back to a neutral posture, sitting or standing, is feeling through the body. You know, with this sense of accomplishment, that you showed up and you did this. Thank you.